Good morning, my name is Lorrie. Welcome to my channel. We are quilters. Today I am down by the neighbor's dock filming my video so that we can be outside before the rain sets in. I know that the eastern half of our country is supposed to get rain. You can hear some of the vehicles driving up on the road, and if you're lucky you can hear the loons in the background singing their song today. They have been very active. Matter of fact, I just missed 3 of them taking off and flying away. I hope you can hear that. It's such a sweet sound. I have a few things to show you today. I did get some new, I'm going to call it toile fabric. It was just a yard panel. I think I will cut this up and use it for centers of things, and it's a little bit heavier weight, so it will be an interesting weight fabric to work with on a quilt, but it has such interesting little seam all over it. I found the toile fabric at Vinnie's and just had to buy it. Then I had friends, my friend Barb. We had friends here, and so my friend Barb, who was the art teacher at my school for years and years and years and is retired, came to visit with another friend. She's way in the background. She doesn't like to make an appearance, but we took them to the lighthouse at Betsy Point out near Sleeping Bear Dunes, which is a national lakeshore. And while Barb was here, we did do a little bit of fabric shopping. So I bought some schoolhouse fabric for the backing of the school days project. I also bought the monkeys there at Diamonds in the Rough in Pinconning, Michigan. She has a sweet little shop going in an old church, and they are so friendly. They were doing inventory from the Michigan Shop Hop, and they said, come on in anyway. They had big close signs out, so that they invited us in was fantastic. And they have used, I wish I had taken a picture. One of these times when I'm in there, I will take a picture. They have used the pews fastened, stacked one on top of the other as shelving for the bolts of fabric. It is a fantastic space. And speaking of schoolhouses, I did take pictures of, I told you I had trouble finding a decent pattern that made me happy, that didn't have weird angles or other things going on for the schoolhouse in the Build-A-Block. Well, I did take pictures. This book had some fantastic schoolhouse quilts, but not really much of a pattern. So it had this great big, and this is super scrappy wall hanging with all different colors of fabrics. It's so cute, so nice, but not a pattern for it. And back earlier in the book, they had another one that was monotone, 2 colors, and this is the pattern that they had. That's it, on graph paper. A lot of older books had their patterns laid out just like that, and then you had to draft the pattern yourself onto paper or cardboard. But I just drafted the pattern from a different book and made it as easy as I could. That was my whole purpose for that. So I did find other schoolhouses, but none that were as easy as the one I drafted for you. I didn't get a whole lot accomplished this week because we had company. So the mystery blocks were so much easier for the murder mystery this month. So I cut those out and whipped those up in a matter of hours instead of 3 days that it took to do that big one that was paper pieced, or the day that it took to do the Rob Peter to pay Paul blocks that were curves. And that wasn't hard, it just took a little bit of practice. I did take time to trim up fabrics and some additional half square triangles, so I was pleased to get that done. and keep that bin cleaned out. If I could just catch up in my West Virginia room, then that would be like a minor miracle, and then I could work on keeping it up. But that's a long way off. I have been working on, I was trapped. We took our friends and took them to the boat dock to Mackinac Island. We did not go over to the island with them. We let them explore on their own. And I was in the car and we were doing some waiting. We had a long, leisurely lunch. And then I needed something to keep myself busy. So I took notes for the book-based mystery quilt that someday I will have ready to share with you, for A Study in Scarlet by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, because it is a public domain book. So I did start that process. I organized a little bit, took that little table out. It's going back to West Virginia. And I started working on Monday's embellishment video. I always have to do some refresher practice to make sure I can show you the technique without messing it up on camera. So I always do a little bit of refresher practice, and I've been doing that. And the best part, dun dun dun, the part you've all been waiting for, some viewer projects. I forgot my friend Lisa's wall hanging last week. So, sorry Lisa, oops. She had been finishing up the quilting and adding the buttons and the sand dollar between the two hearts, the honor quilt for her mom and dad. And it is all ready to have the binding and hanging sleeve put on it, however she wants to do that. So she has been working very hard. This is very cute, and that quilting really makes the butterfly and everything stand out. Very nice. Good job. I also have some things from Marion. She was at the, probably going to say this wrong, the Tillamook County Fair in Oregon, and she was having a good chuckle at sending me. She said, "You've made car quilts. Well, now you have a picture of a cow quilt." So she took a picture of the quilt in the cow barn and sent it on its way. Very cute cow quilt, Marion. Not one of her quilts, but a quilt just on display in the barn. She did send some, she's been working on her embroidery embellishments, made a little vine on the top of a Christmas gift, and she also sent a little Santa wall hanging. She's been using up those scraps. I love the swirly way you made Santa's beard on this little wall hanging or ornament, whatever you are calling it. That is fantastic. I also see that you have one of the same problems, Marion, that I have in my sewing room. Simba constantly lays on and hairs up my chair just to let me know that she is the one really in charge of any given space. What a cat. They are our buddies, that's for sure. Or maybe they're our masters. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up for today. I will see you on Monday for Upskill Monday. We will be doing back stitch, which is a nice outline stitch. Simple. Maybe I should have done this stitch first. It's a fairly easy stitch. I'm going to move out of your way and let you get a good view of the lake. And I will see you on Monday. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.